Students, welcome back to my class. Let's start our chapter 2, Understanding Secularism, part 2. In the last lesson, you have learned about what is secularism. You have learned what is secularism, why is it important to separate religion from the state, and what is Indian secularism? What is Indian secularism? Today we are going to see what is Indian secularism in detail. Last class we have learned only about the objectives of the Indian secularism. Today we are going to see in detail. There is a conversation. Let's read the conversation. Okay. Government high school. In a government high school, Simapur, students want to celebrate a religious festival. What? Student wants to celebrate a religious festival. By seeing the picture itself, you can identify the different kinds of religious students in the school. Now let's see what they are doing. Sir, there is a big religious festival next month. We have never celebrated it in school. Can we do it this year? Like this, one student is asking. I am afraid that is not possible, Rekha. This is a government school. We cannot give importance to any one religion. Private schools may do that. Government schools don't celebrate any religious festivals in the school premises. Most religious festivals are public holidays so that we can celebrate these at home. What Sir is answering to that girl, we can't celebrate in our schools because we won't give one importance to the religion, and all the festivals falls on the leave also one reason. Only the private school celebrates the festivals. Okay, now let's see. I never thought of it this way. I guess we can always celebrate it outside school. One boy is telling student that we will celebrate outside the school. Anyway, we were planning to celebrate in our locality, and the girl is telling, anyway, in our locality we are going to celebrate like this. The girl is answering. In the above storyboard, discuss the answer given by the teacher. So we have to discuss about why we are not celebrating any festivals in the government school. Let's see why we are not celebrating. In the above storyboard, the celebration of religious festival in school would have been violation of the government's policy of treating all religions equally. In the school, all the religions we are treating equally, but if celebrating one festival, what about others? This is the reason they won't allow the students to celebrate. Government schools cannot promote any one religion, either in their morning prayers or through religious celebrations. So in the morning prayer or religious celebration, they won't allow any religion prayer in the school assembly. This rule does not apply to private school. This rules doesn't apply private school. We celebrate in our school, no, we celebrated Pongal festival as it is an Hindu festival, and also we celebrated Christmas also in our school, no. So let's see. The second way in which Indian secularism works to prevent the above domination through strategy. The second reason is secularism to prevent above domination is through a strategy of non-interference. This means that in order to respect the sentiments of all religions and not interfere with religious practices, the state makes certain exceptions for particular religious community also. The religions, what here meaning it, state in sense government should respect all sentiments of all religions and not interfere with religious practice. Don't want to interfere with religious practice. That's why in this government schools they won't celebrate any festivals. Government schools often have students from different religious backgrounds. Reread the 3 objectives of a secular state and write 2 sentences on why it is important that government schools do not promote any religion. So this is the work you have to do by your own. Now let's see. A group of friends who have recently bought scooters are meeting to go for a ride together. Hey, I hope you have a helmet. You know the law in Delhi requires that you wear one. Why aren't you wearing a helmet? Do you want to be fined? Like this, they are, see, one, the man and other, one who is wearing the helmet, one who is not wearing helmet, because that is a religious practice. He is wearing, so that is called pagadi, or in English we say turban. The man, this sick man, this is he is a sick person. So only the sick person will wear the turban. Like the turban means, on his head there is a helmet, like it is tied with the cloth. No, that is known as turban. That is one kind of religious practice. In the Delhi, they won't ask helmet to those people. So this is respecting the religion. Government shows by like this, respecting their religions. Hey Premjit, why won't you be fined? That boy, the one more person who is wearing helmet, you did not find. Why? Like this he is asking. For Sikhs, wearing a pagri is a very important part of our religion. What he is answering, see, this turban, pagri means turban, what he is wearing around the head. The turban is very important in their religion. So government respects their religion rules and they won't ask for helmet in the Delhi. Have you understood how important is the religion? In the above storyboard, Paramjit, the Sikh youth, does not have to wear a helmet. Okay. This is because the Indian state recognizes that wearing a pagri is central to a Sikh religious practice, and in order to interfere with this allows an exception in the law. Exception means it is won't ask in the law to wear. Particularly you don't force them to wear, because the turban is it is in religious belief. The third way Indian secularism works to prevent the domination listed earlier is through a strategy of intervention. You read earlier in this chapter about untouchability. Yes, we have read about the untouchability. No, this is good example where members of the same religion, that is called upper caste in Hindu and lower caste. Have you know about the caste system? No, in India, in the 6th standard, there is the 4 types in Hinduism. In the olden days, there was 4 varna system, that is called 4 category. That is Brahmanas, Vaishyas, Kshatriyas and Shudras. So the last category is a Shudra and they are lower caste. In the system, they were all the three are known as upper caste, and the last one, the Shudras, are lower caste, where they have treated very badly in India. This is 100,000 years before. And in order to prevent this religion-based exclusion and discrimination of a lower caste, still now we have about the discrimination of lower caste. You may heard in the news and all. So the lower caste should not be in at all. That is called untouchability in the constitution. In this instance, the state is intervening the religion in order to end a social practice that it believes discriminates and excludes, and that violates the fundamental rights of lower caste who are citizens of this country. To ensure that laws relating to equal inheritance rights are respected, the state may have to intervene in the religion-based personal laws of community. So there in Hinduism only there is a lower caste, upper caste problems that is called untouchability. So it won't prevent. Let's see, the intervention of the state can also be in the form of support. The Indian Constitution grants the right to religious community to set up their own schools and colleges. It also gives an financial aid on a non-preferential basis. In what are the ways it is different from the other democratic countries? We are democratic country. What is the difference? Let's see. Some of the objectives are similar to those that have been included in the constitutions of secular democratic country in the other parts of the world. For example, the first amendment of the US Constitution prohibits the legislature from making laws respecting an establishment of religion. Prohibit the free exercise of religion. What is meant by the word establishment is that the legislature cannot declare any religion as the official religion. The legislature should not declare any religion is official religion. Can they give preference to one religion? Nor they can give preference to the one religion. In the other countries or in India also, other country in the sense democratic countries, they won't allow any religion as state official religion, or they won't even give importance to one religion. They won't promote the one religion. In the USA, the separation between state and religion means that neither the state nor the religion can interfere in the affairs of one another. They should not interfere. There is one significant way which Indian secularism differs from the dominant understanding of secularism is the strict separation between religion and the government in America secularism. In India secularism, the state can intervene in religious affairs. You have read about how the Indian constitution, Hindu religious practices in order to abolish untouchability. In Indian secularism, though the state is not strictly separate from religion, it does maintain a principled distance in religion based on the ideals constitution. The Indian state is secular and works in various ways to prevent religious dominations. The Indian constitution guarantees fundamental rights that are based on these secular principles. Let's see how. Dominant religions might face resistance from community members. One religious community does not dominate another. Some members do not dominate other members of the same religion community. Indian state distance itself from religion. Indian will maintain the distance from religion. Government spaces are not allowed to promote any one religion. In February 2004 in France, passed a law banning students from wearing any conspicuous religious or political signs or symbols such as the Islamic headscarf, the Jewish skull cap, or large Christian crosses. This law has encountered a lot of resistance from immigrants who are mainly from the former French colonies of Algeria, Tunisia and Morocco. In the 1960s, France had faced a shortage of workers and therefore had provided visas for these immigrants to come and work in the country. The daughters of these immigrants often wear headscarves while attending school. However, with the passing of this new law, they have been expelled from their school for wearing headscarves. That is Muslim people. You know about the Muslim people. They wear the burqa, that is called the black one. They cover all the body parts except the eyes of them. Have you seen that? If not, ask your parents about these practices. Okay. Now let me explain the worksheet. The first question, look up the annual calendar, list the general holidays, find out how many of them pertain to different religions. So you have to list the general holidays of the by using your calendar. Okay, English calendar, use the English one and write down the what are the per year annual calendar. So per year how many holidays do we have? You have to write down all the holidays and then you find out which are the different religions. You have to find out. Okay, now let me show the calendar for you. Children, look at this image. This is the holiday calendar of India. That is 2019. So you can see the n number of annual holiday calendars. So there are different religious and also the festivals name are there. find out like this from the calendar. Okay, this is the public holidays in India. This is 2019, and you can find out different religions. What are the different religions also getting the holidays? Okay, and list them in your homework. That is the first question. Okay. The next question, find out some examples of different views within the same religion. What is the second question? Find out some examples of different views within the same religion. That is, see children, we have religions in our country, that is Hinduism, Christianity or Muslim. So in Christianity there are n number of practices in the religion itself. So there are that is called as Roman Catholic is one kind of belief they have about Christianity, and the one more is CSI, that is Indian Christians. They have one kind of practices about Christianity. So like that, some different practices are there in the same religion. In Muslim community also, the Muslim religion also, few people wear burqa as their religion, but in the most of on other part of Muslims, they won't practice that. Few of them practice that. Gents will practice the bear. They have to grow their bear long. So that practices, so there are in the same religion there are different practices. You can find out and write down here the different practices of same religion. In Hinduism, how in some other how we pray to the god. Yeah, we go to the temple and we pray, and few of them they will pray the other gods also. They will pray all the they will pray to all the gods at home, and the practices will be same, not there will be different practices about their religious. So you have to find out and answer this questions. Once you done with the homework, send it to the WhatsApp group, that is grade 8 social science NAPS group, between 6 to 8 in the evening. Thank you children. Bye. Take care.